Hello everyone. Has it ever occurred to you that you have written a 4-5 lines of function only to later realize that you have used it only once in your program and thought to yourself, is there some way that I can reduce these 4-5 lines of function into a single line? The answer is yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lambda functions for you, using which you can in most of the cases reduce a 4-5 lines of function into a single line. And here is the quick agenda. We will start with the introduction to Lambda functions, see how we can call it without assigning to a variable, and after assigning to a variable, then how can we apply conditionals, if else, nested Lambda function, although I do not like it very much, honestly speaking, sorting a dictionary by values. And at the end I am going to give you a practical example how you can use it with a Pandas DataFrame, which I use all the time. What is Lambda function? It is a small single line anonymous function. When I say anonymous, it means it does not have a name. Unlike a traditional function, it does not start with a def keyword, neither a return keyword is required. Instead, it starts with lambda. The keyword here is lambda instead of def. It can accept any number of parameters but can have only one single expression. And as I said earlier, no return keyword is required. Let me start with a simple lambda function. I am going to write here lambda. As I said earlier, it starts with a lambda keyword. Then I am going to write here parameters. It is going to accept two parameters, x and y, then a colon, and then what it is going to do, it is going to give me the sum of x and y. Now I am going to put it inside a, and then I am going to pass here two parameters 1 and 2. It is going to do the sum of these two numbers, and then again I am going to put everything inside the parenthesis and write here print. So it is going to give me the summation of 1 and 2. When I run this program, here you see I am getting 3, which is the correct answer. This is how we define a lambda function. Alternatively, what we can do is that we can assign it to a variable also, which is I am going to call here a sum. So again lambda, that is our keyword, and I am going to put x and y. These are the two parameters, and then our expression is x plus y here. And then we can do something like this here, print sum 1 comma 2. Again it is going to give me the same output. Again I am getting here 3, which is the same output. This was the function that I had written in VS Code. So sum here is the variable name, lambda is the keyword, x and y are our arguments or parameters. Then we are putting a colon, and x plus y is, it is our expression. X plus y is our expression. It can have one expression, but it can take any number of arguments. It can have one single argument also, or it can have multiple arguments. The next point in our agenda was to use lambda function with conditional if. So let us try to find out of the two given numbers which is greater. So let's define two numbers a and b, and I assign them to 5 and 10 here. And then I am defining a variable where I am going to store the results. Max num is equal to wrong spelling, again lambda a comma b. Again these are our two parameters. A if uh, a if a is greater than b, else b. Now print max num and pass the two variables. Let's go to the terminal and print. So I am getting here 10. Let's make it somewhat like this. Let's make a 50 and let b remain 5. Now this time I should be getting here 50. That is the bigger of two numbers. Now what if you are given three numbers instead of two? There are multiple ways you can find out the maximum of three numbers. You can sort them. You can use inbuilt max function with the lambda. In combination with lambda, we are going to use nested if along with lambda. So let us first define our three variables, a, b and c. I am going to put it like something a. So a is 5, b is 15 and c is 10. Again I am going to define it max num, the variable where I am going to store it, and Let us start with lambda a comma b comma c, then a colon, and I am going to write a if, and then inside the parenthesis I am going to write a greater than b, a greater than c, and then I am going to use else part again. Inside the parenthesis I am going to write b if b is greater than c, else c. Do not worry if the code is not visible, entire code is not visible onto your screen. I will be putting all these codes on my GitHub and share the link. Now I can print here max num and pass on all the variables here. Now I am getting here 15, which is indeed the largest of these three numbers. You can interchange these three numbers and keep checking them out. Now here I have got a dictionary of phones and their prices. Now I want to sort this dictionary on the basis of their prices. We can do it in multiple ways, but here I am going to show you how we can use it by using a lambda function. So let us say define a function sort by price is equal to, that's a variable, and then I am going to write here using sorted, and then I sorted is an inbuilt function which works upon tuples, list and dictionaries, unlike sort which is a method. I have a full video on difference between sort and sorted. Check the icard up above. So what I am going to write here inside it is that phones dot items, then here I am going to write here key is equal to lambda, and then phones and phones, and here I'm inside the braces I am putting 1. You can, so it is a dictionary which is having key value pair, so this is at index 0, this is at index 1. So each key value pair can be considered, which is consisting of two items, it can be considered that okay, key is at index 0 and value is at index 1. Again, apple can be considered as a single element which is at index 0 and price at index 1. So now when we try to print it, print sort by price. Oh, where is my cursor going? Sort by price. Now here you will see, first of all I am getting OnePlus which is 799, then Samsung 999, Apple 1099 and Pixel 1199. And if you want to sort it in reverse order, that is also doable. The only change that you have to do here is that you need to come over here and let me see if, yeah, reverse is equal to, I can say true. And then if I come over here and run this program again, now I am getting first of all Pixel having the maximum price 1199, then followed by Apple, Samsung and OnePlus. This is how you sort. In the similar manner you can have sort a list of tuples also. And finally my favorite piece here, how do we apply it with pandas data frame. Let me first of all import pandas as pd. You can if you don't have pandas you can install it using pip tip. So I am going to define data is equal to, let us say here something like this, name. I am going to define name here, and then let's put here two names, Kate and Alice, and then comma, and that is going to be our next column, salary, and let's say 100,000 and 50,000. Now here this is a pandas data frame that I am going to create. So let me first create and then I explain what I'm trying to do here. pd dot data frame and then data. So if I print it, I should be having something like this df. Here you can see I am having a data frame consisting of two columns, name and salary. Kate is having 100,000 salary and Ellie's her salary is 50,000. Now what I am trying to do here is that I am trying to calculate a tax liability of these two ladies. So the principle is that if the salary is more than 100,000, then the tax liability is 30%, otherwise it is 10%. Let's make it a little more than 100,000, so let you make it 200,000 for Alice. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to define here a new column which is called tax is equal to df. It is going to be based on your salary. Then I am going to use apply open parenthesis, then lambda salary colon, then it is going to be based on salary multiplied by 0.3 if the salary is greater than 100,000, else it is going to be salary multiplied by 0.1. Finally, now we can print our data frame. And here you can see now we have got a third column having tax. In addition to name and salary, Kate is having 200,000, so her salary is at, so her tax is at 30%, which is 60,000, and Alice whose salary is 50,000 only, so she is going to pay a tax at the rate of 10% only, which is 5,000. In the coming videos, I will show you how we can use lambda function along with map and filter or some other functions. But for the time being, it's a wrap on this video. If you find this video useful, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. Till then, happy coding.